evening and welcome inside the GFL Memorial Gardens here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, as we get ready for another edition of Ideal Optical Soo Greyhounds Hockey on Rogers TV. Tonight, the Greyhounds take on the Kingston Frontenacs, and both teams were busy this week ahead of today's OHL trade deadline. In fact, both these teams made a trade with one another that will see the starting goaltenders for tonight switch teams. Charlie Schenkel has been traded to the Kingston Frontenacs, and returned the Greyhounds got Noel Nordh and 3 draft picks. The Greyhounds also traded star defenseman Andrew Gibson to the Oshawa Generals for Brady Smith, who will make his home debut tonight, as well as 7 draft picks. Meanwhile, Kingston pushed their chips all the way to the middle of the table, signaling that they're all in for Memorial Cup run, as they sent over a dozen draft picks and a couple players to the Saginaw Spirit in return for Ethan Hay, Will Bishop, and Joey Willis. On the ice, the Greyhounds continue to look for answers as they dropped a 7-1 decision to the Sudbury Wolves this week. Meanwhile, Kingston comes into tonight off a 4-1 victory last night over the North Bay Battalion. For more on tonight's game, let's send it up to the two men that need to know all the new names and all the new places, Gino Cavallo and Jim Fitzpatrick. Gentlemen.
Right you are, Anthony. Jim and I actually brought a program for tonight's game.
Well, it's easy to remember. It's the same name.
Yeah. Brady T Smith. Brady, what's the other
R
one?
Smith.
R Smith. There you go. So more about that in a minute, but Anthony's right, a hectic day, and probably January 11th is the date that a lot of OHL players really like, because the trade deadline is done.
Yeah.
They're not sitting on pins and needles, but lots of activity in the Ontario Hockey League, which we'll get to throughout the broadcast. But what a weird scenario here tonight. Charlie Schenkel in net for Kingston, and Noel Nordh in net for the Soo Greyhounds.
Well, Gino, I've covered the team for over 40 years. I don't recall anything like this happening where goaltenders get traded and the next day they're playing against their old team for their new team. It should be very interesting. Both overage goaltenders, so you're going to see, I'm sure, both of them with the big pride factor on the line.
Here's Smith shooting the puck in, a shot right on. Schenkel makes a save, rebound, they score! Brady T Smith gets his first goal as a member of the Soo Greyhounds, pouncing on a rebound, and the Hounds lead it 1-0.
Good attack to the net by the Greyhounds there, and the kind of sharp angle shot that Charlie Schenkel stops, but the rebound comes straight out front, and Brady T Smith beats the Kingston defenders to the puck, and then fires it home down low right between the legs of Schenkel, who is trying to shift over to make the stop. Good play to just get the puck on net, create some havoc, and it was like the initial shot was one of those ones where the goalie probably isn't going to be able to corral the rebound, and this one paid off for the Greyhounds.
Uche takes it behind the net, throws it out to Mignosa in the faceoff circle. Out to the point to Reed, hesitates, gets it back to Kluche in the corner to Mignosa. Back out to Reed, he tees it up, there's a shot through traffic, Schenkel makes the save, rebound, they score! Reed let a blast go from the blue line, Schenkel made the original save, but then it trickled in behind him, and the Greyhounds with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Owen Allard, who has been parking himself right in front of the opposing goalie for the last few power plays that the Greyhounds have set up, right in front of his old teammate Charlie Schenkel, getting the loose puck as it comes from a hard, low shot off Chase Reed. Once again, Schenkel just can't control the rebound as the puck hits his pad and bounces off, and Allard is there to jam it home.
Yeah, and there you see the little deflection there as Schenkel tried his best to stretch out, just couldn't get to it. Saved by Lalonde, no traffic in front. Hounds can't clear it out as it ends up behind the net. Miedema trying to centering pass, they score! Ethan Hay with a quick shot, and the Kingston Frontenacs on the board just after the Greyhound penalty had expired. Great work by Ethan Hay there, Jim, to not give up on the play.
Yeah, Keegan Gillen had an opportunity to get the puck out, but kind of didn't take enough time to see what was possible. He just tried to chip it out quickly, and the Frontenacs kept the puck in, and then the feed backside, and then the forehand shot to get past Noel Nordh, and the Frontenacs cut the gap to 1 goal.
Towards the blue line, feeds Reed. Reed winds up with a shot redirected and just missing there. A glorious opportunity for McConnell Barker as Schenkel was aiming the wrong way. There's a shot right on, they score! Marco Mignosa restores the Greyhounds' 2-goal lead, and it's now 3-1.
Wow, another phenomenal pass from Chase Reed on that play. Great opportunity by Brodie McConnell Barker just moments earlier. He couldn't believe that he missed that. But the Hounds keep control of the puck and get another chance. And Chase Reed with the cross-ice speed, the backdoor Greyhound player. There was one right on the edge of the crease, but another one coming in. And no mistake there. Marco Mignosa with the... Well, you're not going to want to give Marco that opportunity.
So Chase Reed gets another assist, his third of the night. McConnell Barker with the other helper. As the Hounds come right back and score! Noel Nordh in front of the net as the Frontenacs collapse in their own zone, and it's 4-1.
Christopher Brown showing some great puck movement there as the Greyhounds come up on a 2-on-1. And Brown goes across the ice, keeps his back to his opponent, but with a little backhander knowing Nordh was going to the front of the net. And the Kingston defenseman, Nordh gets behind him and then gets the backhander as the puck comes right to him from Christopher Brown. Beautiful play there. Goes off the skate of the Frontenacs defender. Tough break for the Kingston defender on that one, as looked like he was going to be able to break up the play, but Nordh right on the puck and he puts it home.
To the side of the net for Brown. Into the corner. Brown back out to the point. McConnell Barker to Christopher Brown. Top of the circle. Brown to the side of the net. Here's Andrew walking in. A shot. Great save by Schenkel. Scores!
That's Brady T Smith with his second as a Sioux Greyhound, second of the night.
Schenkel made a big stop on the first shot, but then Smith was right there. Bangs it in, and the Greyhounds now with a 5-1 lead. And Smith gets his second of the night, and it's the Greyhounds' second power play goal. Teacher tried to send it in front. It's picked off, and here's a break for the Frontenacs. Miedema has a step on Solomon. Miedema going in. Puck goes into the net, and they're going to call it a goal as Miedema was knocked down. He crashed into Lalonde, but the referee right there signaling goal immediately, and it comes with 2 seconds left to go in the period.
I imagine they might review this, but I think the reason they're calling that one, Gino, is that Solomon knocked Miedema into the net, and then the puck went in. I believe it was in before the net came off its moorings, and they're not going to review it, so what do I know about it?
Well, they review everything.
They review every goal.
I thought they did.
Especially, ones like that.
So a turnover at the blue line ends up in a Kingston goal as Miedema gets knocked down by Solomon. There you see the puck going into the net, and there's the referee right there signaling goal quite strongly, so no doubt in his mind.
I think he was about to put his arm straight up in the air on that one.
Puck is dropped, and the period comes to an end. So after 40 minutes of play here in Sault Ste. Marie, Greyhounds in control. They lead the Kingston Frontenacs by a score of 5-2. Clearing the puck around the boards, Uronen gets a piece of it, now sends it ahead, and here comes Pickle. Pickle with one man back, going to the front of the net, and Holland forced him wide. It's back to Uronen. There's a shot, he scores! Tuomas Uronen with a wrist shot after the Greyhounds lost control of the puck. Hay took a tumble in front, and the Frontenacs get the first goal of the period. It's a 5-3 Greyhound lead.
A long stretch with no face-offs, and then the Frontenacs Pickle gets a little bit of skating room there. Almost gets by Holland, but couldn't get a good shot on net, but the puck comes back out, and Uronen, he just tees it up and fires it home. That's about the first really good opportunity he's had all night, and he made good on it to make it a 2-goal game. Greyhounds up 5-3.
On the positive side, even though the Greyhounds gave up a goal, there's 8:42 left to go, so a lot of time expiring off the clock. Along the wall by Miedema, in behind the net. He sends it off for Hayes. Back out to the point to Moore. To Ewens, there's a quick shot, he scores! Deflected past Lalonde. Miedema was standing in front, Jim. I'm not sure if he redirected it, but all of a sudden we've got a 1-goal hockey game.
Yep, the Greyhounds couldn't tie his stick up. Miedema, as he went to the front of the net, looking for something from the point shot, and something was a nice low shot that stays along the ice, and Miedema just deflects it past Nolan Lalonde, and what a turn of events here. 2 quickies and the Frontenacs are down by just 1 goal. They came out, Gino, still playing hard, skating hard, as we thought in the intermission. And that's a sign of a good team. They're not going to give up. They know that they have the ability to put the puck in the net.
Picked up at center ice, and across the line with it is Clark. Riley Clark with a shot, he scores! Shot actually went from Adam Kelly after Clark passed it off, and that one fooled the line, Jim, and we're tied at 5.
Yeah, it seemed to either be deflected or kind of like a fluttering shot on a puck that was that was rolling a bit. And it's a 5-5 tie.
Yeah, so there's the pass, and that one definitely fooled the lawn somehow. You see the puck being passed off, and it goes top shelf. Riley Clark threw the pass over, and Adam Kelly ties
Total
the hockey
turnaround here for the Kingston Frontenacs. That late second period goal obviously gave them a little spark.
Yep, 14-15. Frontenac forward. Lead pass for Kuche is picked off. Here's Guindon with an opportunity as he comes across the line. Guindon to Pieniniemi going in on goal, he scores! Frontenacs win it by a score of 6-5 on a quick wrister by Emil Pieniniemi. And Charlie Schenkel goes over to congratulate Betts as the Frontenacs rally and defeat the Sioux Greyhounds by a score of 6-5.
Yeah, Greyhounds got caught out there. Chase Reed was out for a long time, didn't have any energy left, and that gave the open ice for the Frontenacs, and Pieniniemi, makes them pay on it. Big goal for the Frontenacs and a big 2 points as they show that a team with aspirations to win an OHL title can do just what they did in the third period and beyond.
So the winning goal, 3:28. Emil Pieniniemi gets it past Lalonde, and the Frontenacs, I think, Jim, if you talk to each one of them, they consider themselves very fortunate to get 2 points out of this hockey game based on the way they played, but doesn't matter how you get it.
So some big moves for you guys ahead of the trade deadline. You know, as a coach, what's it like to know that management's putting that type of team in front of you, and now you get to work your magic behind the bench?
Yeah, well, you know, the Eastern Conference is pretty tight if you look at it, and we've been a good team this year, but we just felt there were some areas we could address. We wanted to get a little bit more skill, and we got Willis. Now, he was sick with the flu tonight, but he's going to be a big addition. We wanted to get a little bit harder up the middle with some more face-off guys, and that's Hay to a T. Some depth on the back end, preferably a right shot with size. Schenkel's obviously had a great year last year, been fantastic this year, and I think he's going to be a big part of this year in the second half. We did a lot of homework on him, right? He's got a couple buddies on our team, and you know, he's been to Ottawa's camp in Pittsburgh, and you know, my brother's been with both those organizations, so I've known a lot, you know, for a while that what type of kid he is and what goaltending he can bring to the table. So I felt bad at the end of the second, but what I told him after the first period to the group was, I apologize on behalf of our team that we do not play like that typically. So, because I thought we let him hung out to dry there, quite frankly. So that was on us, and I know he's going to be great for us.
Just a comment on the emotions at the start of the game, the ovation that Charlie got, and just what that was like on the bench, and just some words for Charlie.
That was so cool. You know, to hear them chant Charlie at the beginning, it was very strange for me because, you know, I'm now fighting for Noel Nordh, and to know he's starting his first game and has to listen to the other goalie get cheered like that must have been a very surreal experience for him.
Hasn't been a play made in this game so far, but already the Sault Ste. Marie fans are giving the Charlie's chant. And there you see Charlie showing his appreciation to the fans in Sault Ste. Marie.
And at the same time, I'm so excited for Charlie to be recognized by the Sault faithful for what he's done for us and the human being and teammate that he is. So really cool for Charlie, and yeah, there was some emotion there for sure.
Brady Smith, he gets going tonight, 2 goals, and just your excitement now. 16 years old, he's probably going to start building some confidence.
Yeah, he scores 2. He's been wanting an opportunity all season, and what you want when you give those guys the opportunity, you need to seize it, right? It's the window is small in this sport, and as a young 16-year-old, we've given him, I think some respectable minutes to maybe seize the day, and he's done so. 1 on the power play and 1 5-on-5, and both right in the blue paint. So this guy's got a great shot, but he got to really good areas to score. So it was real fun today to coach, because there's so many options for me now in terms of how to approach power plays and penalty kills, the shift before, the shift after. A lot of fun stuff with guys playing well. A team that's been struggling all season long, and we find a way to have a really, really good hockey game, in my opinion. Even in the third period, we looked nervous. I thought we clogged up the middle of the ice really well, but once the puck got on our stick, we looked very panicky. And
in the third?
Yeah, so that's our next step. We got to find a way, obviously, to hold it down. I'm not saying I'm excited about blowing a 5-1 lead, but there's just too many positives to focus on with this group, considering the way our year's gone. We got a big game tomorrow. We're not going to sit and dwell on this when we put together, I think, a real good 40, 50 minutes.
Good evening and welcome inside the GFL Memorial Gardens here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, as we get ready for another edition of Ideal Optical Sioux Greyhound Hockey on Rogers TV. Tonight, the Greyhounds take on the Guelph Storm, and the home side coming in off a 6-5 defeat against the Kingston Frontenacs last night, which saw them squander a 5-1 lead. Meanwhile, Guelph was victorious over the Flint Firebirds by a score of 6-4, and they've picked up points in 4 straight games. These 2 teams are only separated by 4 points in the Western Conference standings, so you can expect an intense affair tonight as they battle for the final playoff spot. For more on tonight's game, let's send it up to Gino Cavallo and Jim Fitzpatrick. Gentlemen?
Anthony mentioned the Storm have 4 points in their last 4 games. This is one the Greyhounds cannot let get away. The standings are so tight at the bottom half between Greyhounds, Sarnia, Owen Sound, and Guelph, and the Greyhounds need every point they can get now.
Yeah, this is a huge game. It's still ways to go in the season, but Guelph pulls within 2 points. Boy, and then things get even dicier for the Greyhounds, and a lot more tension, a lot more nervousness and anxiety. So this is a huge game. It's a game they should win on paper, and this is the type of game they have to win on the ice.
Back out to the point to Bouchane, walking the line, back to Katzin, back to Bouchane, tees it up, there's a shot, deflected for that save, rebound, they score! Standing in front, Carter Stevens, backhands it past the lawn, power play goal, Guelph Storm take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Stevens, a big body in front of the net on the power play, and the shot from the outer area gets through. Nolan Lalonde makes the save, but the rebound is there. And Stevens is there to get to it first. He just backhands it home.
Yeah, and lots of time, Jim, that Stevens was able to backhand it. The Greyhound 2 defensemen were deep. There you see the rebound, the lawn lets out. No problem there for Carter Stevens, who gets the Guelph Storm on the scoreboard. Allard takes it into the corner, back out to Brady Martin. Martin over to the blue line for Reed. Reed into the corner for Kluche. Kluche sends it to the front of that, they score! Owen Allard parked in front, puts it in, and the Greyhounds tie it at 1.
Well, Owen Allard, good puck movement there by the Greyhounds to start this off, as Brady Martin and Chase Reed kind of playing patty cake with the puck there for a while, but they get the puck movement to where they want it to be. Then they go across the ice, and the shot from the sharp angle with Owen Allard fighting Bouchane in front of the net, and he is able to get to the rebound. Nice play there, and Justin Kluche with the shot that keeps the goaltender Ellsworth occupied.
Great job by Allard to fight off the 2 Guelph defenders who were trying to contain him, and Hounds take advantage of the power play. Face off, Reed. Has the puck in front of his own net and starts the rush. A pass on the wing for Allard, who has the Greyhound goal tonight. Here's Allard sending it to the goal. They score! Great play by Allard to take it to the net, and Brady R Smith puts it in, and the Greyhounds lead it 2-1.
Well, the speed of Owen Allard is such a dangerous weapon that he utilizes quite often. In this case, that's what happened. He got the speed up to the outside, saw some room to cut into the front of the net, and took advantage of that, what he saw. And it was just a great move to force Ellsworth to make a big stop right off the half, and then the feed. Yeah, and Brady R Smith is right there. Ellsworth has to watch Allard for the shot, and puck gets out in front, and Smith has an empty net.
You saw the defenseman Spada there just leave Smith for a moment. With Hilton along the boards, and Carlisle retrieves a loose puck in his own zone. Over on the far side, that's intercepted. As the Storm had an opportunity, they score! A shot from McGuire that looked harmless, but it changed direction, Jim. I think it may have been deflected in front by Johnston, and the Guelph Storm tied the game at 2 on what appeared to be a harmless-looking play, but just changed direction.
One of those just fired at the net, and wasn't from an extremely sharp angle, but it looked like Noel Nordh had it covered. At the Guelph player in front, he gets a deflection,
Johnson,
just sneaks it through on the short side. Along to it, seemingly good position. I guess he was just a little bit away. There was a little opening there, just between his pad and his blocker.
So McGuire just shot it towards the net, and here's a better look from up top. You see it just sneak in there, and Johnson just got a stick on it. So the Guelph Storm tie the game at 2 late in this second period of play. To Namestnikov into the zone, lines up with a shot just wide. Rebound, he scores! What a play by Namestnikov as he wide of the goal. It came off the backboards quickly. Jim almost anticipating that play to happen. Rebound, it's 3-2.
Yeah, great. It's got lots of speed coming over the line. Two-man advantage, lots of pace as well to deal with, and he gets that shot. Goes just wide of the net. And you may have that one, Gino, as it was a shot just wide of the net. Out, and he bangs it right past Noel Nordh. Is probably more unfamiliar with the bounces off the than Namestnikov.
Namestnikov gets his 14th, and he's second in team scoring. Back to Kluche. He's all tangled up there by Singh. Puck comes loose. Paquette has it. He can't clear it. Great job by Allard to prevent that. Less than a minute to go. The puck comes loose now. Paquette will send it over and down the ice. It goes, and they score into the empty net. It's number 33, Lev Katzin, and the Guelph Storm lead it 4-2.
Yeah, the Greyhounds just couldn't get control of the puck and get a good opportunity with Allard on the bench, and the Storm very patient, not trying to do too much to get the puck out, just trying to get it out simply, and that's what they do. A little chip off the boards, and Katzin all alone. So Lev puts it into the empty net.
Lev Katzin with the empty netter, but Jim, we got to give Paquette a lot of credit. He had Greyhounds surrounding him, but he made a nice play, was calm, and eventually got it to Katzin, who put it into the open cage. Comes back towards the blue line. Reed with a shot stopped. A rebound at the side of the goal. There goes the horn, and the Guelph Storm come into Sault Ste. Marie and pick up a huge victory and move closer to the Greyhounds in the Western Conference standings, as the Greyhounds now dropped 4 in a row. And the final here tonight, the Guelph Storm 4 and the Sioux Greyhounds 2. Big third period for the Storm. Namestnikov scoring early on the power play, and Katzin ensures the victory with the empty netter, and the Storm win it by a score of 4-2.
I thought We played well. We did a good job in the neutral zone, making them dump some pucks in. They're a highly skilled team, and if they can come through the middle of the ice with speed, they're going to get a lot of chances. And I think on the other side, in the third period, our penalty kill came up really big.
Just a word on your netminder tonight and the way he played.
He played extremely well. It's his first win in the OHL, right? And again, both guys are going to get opportunities to play in big games. And Colin played extremely well. Maybe one goal as a coach we would like back. But again, as long as they're not costing us games and give us a chance to win, it's up to the players in front of them.
Guelph did a good job of clogging up the middle of the ice. I thought they did a really good job in their trap. I thought they did a good job in their D zone, and I thought we got frustrated by it. And, there was times where we hunted, and off a lot of hard work and perseverance, you get a chance or two, and that's a playoff style of game where it's difficult to come by opportunities to score. And then we get frustrated, and then we try to skate through the whole team, and that plays right into a trap's hands, and they go the other way. And they're used to playing that style of game and being opportunistic and scoring a goal, which they did to tie it up, right? So it's an interesting game in terms of critiquing it, because I don't think it's for lack of care, but we definitely looked frustrated by them clogging up the middle of the ice.